Give it up, everyone. Give it up. Hello. Hello. How are you? Woo! Oh, give it up for our house band. My man. Woo! Can I get a yeah, baby? Yeah. This is going to be a good show. Give yourselves a round of applause for being here. Woo! Who was here yesterday for the first day of the show? That was a very quick raised hand, sir. You had a coffee just before this, didn't you? I was there. I was front row. I recognize you. Thanks for coming back. Are you ready for your talk? Yes. That was a good response. Give it up for this man. What's your name? Jarmo. Thank you for joining us, my friend. Thank you for joining us. Oh, it's good to be back for the second day. Friends at the top there, did you hear the rumors around town? There were rumors around town yesterday. Did you hear them? Oh yeah, we heard them, you heard them. That this stage was the stage that things were happening at yesterday. Is that right? I think so. It's a place to be. So welcome back to the second best decision you've made all year. Being back in this room. Thank you. Thank you for joining us, everyone. It's good to have another day and a show with all of you. My name's Matt C. Smith, and welcome to the late afternoon, not so late today, slightly mid-morning afternoon show. We have some special guests for all of you. Maybe some of you had seen some of the announcements yesterday night. We have the incredible Prime Minister who's going to join us on stage in just a minute. And I'll have a stream of outstanding heroes of the local ecosystem, entrepreneurs, innovators, and crazy people. Because let's face it, building a business in today's world is challenging. But that's what the show's about, to share some knowledge with you, to laugh while you learn. So feel free to laugh. Feel free to say hi to your neighbors. Have you two met? Yes, you have. Awesome. Let's have a coffee together afterwards. Or a beer, depending on what time we finish, right, Prime Minister? I think let's get this show on the road. Now, this is not, humble brag, not the first time I've interviewed a Prime Minister or a President. I started by interviewing the President of Iceland, actually. Population of 350,000 people. So this is a 4x upgrade. Now I'm interviewing the Prime Minister of Estonia, 1.23 million people or so. Maybe next it'll be Belgium. Maybe one day I'll move my way through the ranks. But I'm very privileged and lucky to be with all of you lucky few to hear today. So just because this room is gaining a reputation, this audience has gained a reputation as being the best. Let's get it one more time. Can I get a hey, yeah, oh yeah, one more time. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Hey! Yes! Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. So, now, before I get my guests on the stage, I'm going to run round behind the room over here. So, yesterday, raise your hand if you were here yesterday. All right, okay, that's good customer experience if they come back, second time purchase, keeping it technical. Now, we make intros on the show for our guests, and thou house band, Jured. Yep. Oh, we're still in sync today as well. Equally as in sync. Oh, I forgot my tambourine. Oh. Everybody knows I'm the most important part of the band because... So, our band, our house band, Jured, which means roots in Estonian, because obviously my friend Jimmy Fallon has the roots, and I have better, evidently. Exactly, thank you for that. So, we're going to allow you, gentlemen, to decide on the walk-on music for Kaja Kallas, the Prime Minister of Estonia. I've heard that Mr. Fish over here is a good friend of hers.
Yes, we go way back.
You go way back, so let's see if he's good or bad to her. So ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your Prime Minister, Kaja Kallas! Do you want to hold the tambourine? Give it a shake. Lovely to meet you. Please have a seat. Please have a seat. Thank you. Oh. Welcome to the show. How cool is this?
It's cool.
This is next level.
It's actually, I'm coming like to another world.
Welcome to our world. But celebrations are in order, aren't they? I believe you were re-elected in March. Give it up for Kaja's re-election in March. Now, we, in the startup world, we like to celebrate our wins, Kaja. I'm sure you're well aware of this. You have a great relationship between the public and private sector in this country. I was curious. We encourage celebrating the wins, big or small. Do you celebrate the wins? Elections, the small wins, do you actually take a moment like this? We all remember this from Love Actually. Hugh Grant dancing through the halls of 10 Downing Street. Maybe in the Tumpi office that morning, there was a little celebration.
Actually, not really, because the hard work started immediately. Didn't really have time to celebrate, and actually it's nothing to celebrate about. What we celebrate is when we get something done. Some decisions, some laws, some things that we have to do. So then we celebrate. But not getting the government together really, because you all have much better jobs than I do. So.
Soundtracks included, right? You should put a house band in Parliament. Probably make conversations quite interesting, wouldn't they? Fish, you down?
Yeah, actually, we have singers there, but mostly, sorry to say, clowns.
So the last 2 days, I've had an array of guests on the show. Estonian e-residents, Estonians building international businesses, international people building Estonian businesses. So it's been an array, which has really demonstrated to me and many of you in this room here. Who's not from Estonia? Raise your hands. Wow. Fantastic. Plus me. Yeah, I raised my hand. Any South Africans in the room? Still just me. The last South African standing. But I'm curious to take a narrative around startup mindset meets governance and the other way around, right? So in our industry, we're proponents of clear vision, follow a clear vision and a path and communicate that competently, right? And I was just curious, do you, as a professional public speaker and politician, which kind of come together, a lot of people ask me, Matt, how do I become a better public speaker? How do I engage and sell a vision? I'm not an extrovert. I'm not a born public speaker. Your role is defined by public speaking, engaging with an audience such as this, such as the country. Were you born a fantastic public speaker, or did you learn to become one? It's one of the only speech I've ever held in French was, I don't know if there are French people here, but it was called Comment penser comme une startup, how to think like a startup. And the common theme was because I really, really have the fear of speaking French, especially in public. So I built this speech around this, that you have to overcome your fear. And I remember when I was in school, I was a dancer. Yes. Together with Fish here. yeah, the best one, yeah. Should we get
Flatterer.
the dancing?
Yeah.
We didn't get that approved.
No. But I had no problem, coming to dance on a big stage alone, and I had no problem with it. But I had a huge issue with speaking in public. And I remember the first time I did it, it was the graduation of the school. And it's like, oh, who's going to give a speech? And I was the chosen one. So I remember I practiced, I wrote the speech, I practiced in front of a mirror, then, parents, my brother, my grandmother, everything was under control. I went on the stage, I was like, there's so many people. And it just went completely blank. I was saying something. I remember my parents' eyes were like, if it was a cartoon, it was like big question marks in their eyes. What happened? It
Hiding
was a
behind
good speech.
people in the back of the...
But the good thing about this is that, when I was young, nobody was making videos of things. So there is no evidence of that. And I'm just trying to erase that from the memory. But
We found it, Kaja, and we're going to play it today. No, I'm kidding. Imagine. But if someone has it, maybe Fish? Do your family?
No.
Maybe they have it. Maybe
I'm quite old. It didn't have even the VCRs there. It's like living in a fridge here. It's really, you stay young and fresh for a long time. You're actually much older than I appear.
Living in a fridge. Welcome to Estonia, foreigners. Well, I'm based in Oslo, so it's much of the same. Kaja.
Yeah.
So to summarize, no, effective communication can be learnt. So if you in this room want to be more effective communicator, you can learn that. You have 80% gain, even if you're born with a 20% advantage being extroverted. And politicians even aren't born public speakers, it sounds like. Born dancers, though. Maybe. We'll try another time. Lastly, resilience is something that, this narrative of entrepreneurs building businesses, you need to have resilience, right? Whatever that means to you individually. Politics is a lot like running a startup, but, you're kind of elected by your team and you have customers already. You set a vision that you can't iterate for periods of time. What does resilience mean to you, and how has your resilience developed over your career?
Resilience means surviving every day. It's like, okay, in the end, it's like, okay, I survived today. Let's try it tomorrow again. Basically, it is hour by hour. I mean, today also, coming here, I had the US Senator. I'm going to have Olaf Scholz today, and it's going to, it's going to be a long day. But,
and now Matt Smith.
Well,
and the Latitude59 audience.
As I say, it is a different world here. And when you were telling that it's 1.3 million people, it's actually 1.385. So not that we are counting. Like every evening we go like, okay, is everybody still here? It's like, who is missing? But the positive side is you get to know everybody.
Yeah.
Like literally, you know everybody. It has its good and its bad sides, but let's concentrate on the positive.
As always, a trust-based ecosystem I've learned. My first time here won't be my last. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your Prime Minister, Kaja Kallas!
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kaja.